Welcome back, blade fans. This will sword with you once again. Two new knives from Civivi, a budget level company of a wee knife company. And these are not very much money. I'm going to show you the specs right off of the Civivi site in just a moment. But first, let's not keep you waiting. I got two of these in. One is in a heavily textured, this is what they describe as a heavily textured G10. So yes, it is heavily textured. It's not the sandpaper sort of texture that you get in like an Emerson custom knife. But look at this blade. Very gladius looking sort of a blade. And one viewer saw my short on YouTube and said it looked like a weaker version of the Cold Steel Immortal. I had a Cold Steel Immortal. I gifted it to the Knife Junkie channel. Probably should have kept it, but had the same sort of faceted blade. Very interesting. We can call that a clip point Tanto if you like, because there's your Tanto down the bottom. There's your clip point. There's your swedge. And it is both a back flipper as well as a thumb stud opener. And it opens easily either way. It is a liner lock with weight relieving. Let's take a look at that. There's your weight relieving, lots of it, lots of skeletonization inside. Got a liner of, I would say, like a medium sort of thickness. That is, it's hard to tell because everything is black on black in there, but it's engaging, I would say, about 25% at the moment. Liners that aren't all the way engaged at the very beginning is probably a good thing because there is an amount of wear over time. Look how drop shut this is. It's uncaged bearings, ceramic bearings. It's an internal design by the Wee Knife Company. It does not have any outside special designer. There is jimping, pretty effective jimping. Short run of it, but it's pretty grabby. Let's take a look at the other, which is from Geburtso wood. That's the best effort I'm going to make on pronunciation. Probably a South American wood. You may know more about hardwoods than I, but it's a beautifully grained, lighter color wood. There's a Civivi logo and wild Damascus blade. If it's the same as what they used on some of their other Civivi knives, which came out recently, it's 3-layer. And the layer that's holding the edge is a 10CR18 MOV, I believe, with the next layer down being like a 5CR and so on and so forth. But anyway, there's 3 layers of steel. The top layer is meant just for decoration and really isn't something that would hold an edge or be hardened. But has a fairly high grind, coming up about 55% of the blade. It's a flat grind, and this thing's pretty sharp. Let's see how the Damascus does. Yeah. And pretty well with the black blade as well. We'll find out in a minute what the I'm going to say that the Damascus cuts just a little bit better for whatever reason. 14C28N on this last piece of paper up. On the black bladed one, as are the rest of the colors. I'm going to throw the specs up in front of you right now so you've got them. You can also very easily go out to the Civivi website. So it is called the Bhaltair, and it is a Scottish name. See if I can find that. There it is. It is a Scottish baby name, meaning, well, it's going to be obviously an adult name when he grows up. It's a name for strong fighter. Okay, let's go back to the specs from Civivi. Here's your different colors. We'll get into the colors later. Let's look at the specs. This is Civivi's website. So here's your specifications. Going to be different model numbers for different handle colors and blade colors. You can freeze frame whenever you need to. So if it says gray and it isn't gray, don't worry about it, because the one they're referring to here is, yes, the black handled one. Some of the other colors, let's see. Whoop. Yeah, no. Did we miss it? Yeah. Let's see if we can get those colors back. Oh, well. I will leave you links. That'll be probably the best way, rather than you perusing my phone with me. Might see something you're not supposed to. Who knows? Good size knife. 4-inch blade. So I did run the specs down to you, but we'll just do the basic ones here. As for the overall length, so the overall length is 9 1/8, exactly a 4-inch blade to that point. So Civivi's not messing around. They are definitely coming out with some bigger blades. I know the Synergy 4 was a 4-inch blade, designed by, is it Joe Young? Jim Young, I think. Yeah, Jim Young. Nice and shiny. Flat. I know they gave you all this, but I'm giving it to you again. That's only 0.54. But because the handle is so tall, it feels a lot thinner. And are the handles the same thickness? Yeah, eyeballing it, they do appear to be. And I'm not going to throw these specs up on screen because I did it with the Civivi webpage. Have any questions on the knife, just check them out at the links, and all the specs are there. 5.5 ounces for that guy. And 5.88 for that one. Wood's a little lighter than the G10. Nice action, though. Very smooth on those caged ceramic bearings. Size-wise, Rat 1. Rat 1's got some competition today. It is running about a 1/2 inch longer or so overall than the Rat 1, and about maybe a 1/4 inch longer blade, somewhere in that territory. Here it is against the Benchmade Reptilian, considerably longer. It's barely, just about making it past that secondary point on the Tanto. So yes, these are big knives. Yes, they got a great action. And clips, by the way, are transferable. Well, did they do this? Yeah, they're inset and they have flat screws. Thing of beauty. Look at that. No plate there, but that's okay. I don't mind. Same thing on each. Nice and grippy on this one, as they say. Nice jimping, as I said, a short run of it. Looks like they used, nope, same amount of jimping. It's slightly crowned right where the jimping goes. But I would say, if you're interested in this as a defensive sort of a knife, I wouldn't worry about the strength. Thing is, with this liner, should that give way, you've actually got your finger blocking it. There's a lot of attention these days with, doing back wraps and all of that kind of thing, particularly on the button lock knives, and trying to defeat them. But a folding knife is a folding knife. Doesn't mean they're weak, but they're designed to do what they do. If you're getting this for defense, it's going to be a good thruster. It's going to be a good cutter here. Are you going to be batoning with this and splitting wood? I don't think it was designed for that. So if you use a knife for what it is designed for, it's going to honor you. It's going to work for you. If you're using it for something else like a screwdriver or a hammer, probably not. If you're doing that, best off get a nice stout fixed blade. Okay, folks, there you go. Hope you enjoyed this rather quick for me overview of these two new models from Civivi knives, the Bhaltair. Be well.